The last transaction type I want to go over in this course is journal entries. Journal entries are kind of your catch-all transaction type. A journal entry can really be used for anything. But since we have invoices, bills, and some of these other transaction types that I've shown you, those work for most of the types of transactions you'll be doing in your accounting. So journal entries are not something that we use very often. However, if whatever it is you're trying to accomplish doesn't really fit inside these transactions we've learned about so far, a journal entry is a great way to make sure that whatever it is you're trying to accomplish gets done in your accounting system. So let me show you where you can find journal entries. Journal entries are actually tucked into the accounting section here on the left. So if I click on accounting, and then up here on the tabs, you'll see a tab for journal transactions. And you can see that we already have our beginning balances transaction created for us. But I can come in and add a new journal transaction here. Now you can see off to the right that this journal entry is going to operate with debits and credits. That's how a journal entry can do anything inside of your accounting system, is by going back to the roots of accounting and using debits and credits. Now, if debits and credits is a concept you're not really familiar with, or if you need a refresher, be sure to check out the video we've already posted on debits and credits in the comment section below. Once you're familiar with debits and credits, let's jump in and actually create a transaction. So in this case, for today's example, we're going to create a depreciation journal entry. Depreciation is a good example of one thing that doesn't really fit inside of any of the other transaction types in Wave, but it is something that we commonly need to do inside of our accounting system. Depreciation is just a simple way for us to show the expense of a larger asset over its lifetime. So let's go ahead and create our depreciation. We will just call this transaction depreciation for September, since that's the month we're in. And I'm going to select my accounts here. Now there are two accounts that are affected by a depreciation transaction. First, we need our depreciation expense account. And then we also need our accumulated depreciation account. So let's leave our description here. Although it's not required, I always recommend leaving a description on each line so that no matter which report you're in or what you're doing, you'll always be able to see what it is you were trying to accomplish with this journal entry in case you ever need to go back and make changes. Now we need to add in our debits. Expenses are typically a debit, and our assets are typically also a debit, but depreciation actually reduces an asset, so it's going to be a credit. And you can see here that it's angry because our debits and credits do not balance. We always want those to tie. Whatever's in the debit column needs to always equal what's in the credits column. And as soon as I leave this field and it recalculates, it will now recognize that there is equal numbers in both sides, and my transaction is complete. In Wave Accounting, the journal transaction will not save unless your debits and credits columns are equal to each other. So that's very, very important. That's also a way for you to know that your entire transaction is complete. So ours is complete, and we can save it now. So I'm going to click Save. And that's all there is to creating journal entries in Wave Accounting. Thank you for watching the Bootstrapper's Guide to Wave Accounting. If you found this video useful, I encourage you to click the like button below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share this video with other entrepreneurs. Doing so will help us to continue creating more videos like this one for you and other Wave users here on the Accounting Lab.